You've probably heard your parents talk about how fast you've grown.
She's already taller than her mother. His feet are bigger than mine. Sound familiar?
You may have experienced that kind of a growth spurt recently, but it doesn't happen to everyone at the same time.
As your body starts changing, it is important to know what is happening, how you are changing, and what your new responsibilities will be.
When you learn about your body and understand what's happening as you grow, you'll be more comfortable, and it can make the whole experience a little easier.
There's a lot to know about growing up. Growing, that's the key word here because growth is what it's all about.
Our initial growth spurt is really fast. The human gestation period is 9 months. In that short time, a single cell grows into a fully developed baby.
And during its first year of life, a baby can grow to 3 times its birth weight. She will continue to grow rapidly until she's about 3 years old. By age 3, a toddler may be 5 times as heavy and twice as tall as he was at birth.
But then the growth rate settles down. A girl will grow a little less than 2 inches over the next few years.
And a boy will grow a little more than 2 inches per year.
Then as early as 8 years old, but sometimes later, we enter into a new phase of rapid growth called adolescence.
Adolescence is the period when you think your feet are too big, or your arms too skinny, or your knees too knobby.
Or you think you're too tall or not tall enough. Or your breasts are too big or not big enough.
During adolescence, not everyone matures at the same rate. We're all a little different. Adolescence starts somewhere between ages 8 and 14.
Most girls begin to mature earlier than most boys. Girls may start their growth spurt as early as age 8.
For boys, it's normally a couple of years later, around age 11. Girls just seem to get a head start on growing up. During adolescence, you may gain 10 to 20 pounds in a single year and grow several inches taller, and the shape of your body begins to change.
Girls' breasts will begin to develop and their hips round out,
while boys become more muscular, developing wider shoulders, longer arms, and larger hands. Their sex organs will grow bigger too.
Both girls and boys will grow hair under their arms and in the pubic area. Some boys will develop thicker hair on their arms, chest, and legs, while others will not.
For boys, this is the time when you may begin to grow facial hair too. Those who are developing heavier beards may begin to shave early in adolescence. It's important to purchase your own razor. Never use anyone else's razor, as it can spread disease.
And some girls may begin to shave their legs and underarms. Remember, never use another person's razor. Like other bodily changes during adolescence, hair growth varies widely among individuals.
Because your body is growing, your vocal cords also expand, and that results in a deeper voice. This voice change isn't too noticeable in girls, but for boys, it is. You may find your voice changing, cracking, or squeaking at the most embarrassing times.
When that happens, don't be embarrassed. Just shrug it off with a bit of humor. After all, it happens to everyone.
Some of the other changes your body undergoes during adolescence can be irritating. Both boys and girls perspire more, so you'll need to bathe daily if you don't already. And you may want to use an underarm deodorant or antiperspirant.
Another annoyance of adolescence is the appearance of pimples and blackheads, a skin condition called acne. Acne is caused by increased secretions from the oil glands in your skin. It appears mainly on your face, but sometimes on your back or chest. Both boys and girls can minimize the problem by keeping the skin clean.
Eating a nutritious, well-balanced diet and drinking plenty of water will also help keep acne at bay. Regular exercise and the right amount of rest will help too.
In addition to the glands that cause you to perspire and to have acne, there are other glands in your body. They produce substances your body needs to grow and function properly. These glands are controlled by a single gland located at the base of your brain. It's called the pituitary gland.
The pituitary produces hormones which are substances that control your growth. During adolescence, the pituitary not only increases hormone production, it also produces, for the first time, a new hormone that stimulates your sex glands.
In girls, the sex glands are called the ovaries. In boys, they are called the testicles. During adolescence, the ovaries begin to release egg cells, and the testicles begin to produce sperm cells. These are called sex cells. When a mature male sex cell, a sperm, combines with a mature female sex cell, an egg, the result is the beginning of new life.
The time in life when a boy's body becomes capable of producing sperm cells and a girl's egg cells mature is called puberty.
The release of egg cells in a woman's body happens at regular monthly intervals and is called the menstrual cycle. It begins during puberty and lasts until she is around 50 years old. Once a month, one of the woman's ovaries releases a ripe egg cell, which is carried by one of the fallopian tubes to the uterus, a process we call ovulation. If the female egg cell combines with a male sperm cell along the way, it becomes fertilized. The fertilized egg cell will attach itself to the wall of the uterus, where it will grow into a baby. The uterus builds up a lining of blood and mucous membrane that nourishes and protects the egg as it grows. But if the egg is not fertilized, it passes out of the body through the vagina along with the blood and mucous membrane lining. This process is called menstruation, and it occurs about 2 weeks after ovulation. A woman menstruates about once a month. A girl's first menstrual periods may be irregular, but they usually occur about once every 26 to 32 days. A high level of stress, travel, or a change in diet are some things that may cause a woman to skip a menstrual period. When a woman is pregnant, she doesn't menstruate until after the baby is born.
Unlike girls, boys have no monthly cycle. Male sex cells, sperm, are produced constantly. They are stored in the testicles, which rest behind the penis, and in a sac of skin called the scrotum. The tube, called the main sperm duct, runs from the back of each testicle to the urethra, a channel which leads out of the body through the penis. The urethra carries urine out of the body as well as sperm. Nerves in the area shut off the connection from the bladder where urine is stored whenever sperm is passing through. Glands in the sperm duct produce semen, which carries the sperm through the penis. The penis must first become hard or erect to release sperm. Sometimes, while he sleeps, a boy's penis may become erect and release a small amount of semen. This is called a nocturnal emission, or wet dream, and is a perfectly normal thing that happens to most boys.
As your body progresses through adolescence, it becomes physically capable of creating new life.
But as human beings, we are not emotionally ready to take on the awesome responsibility of a baby just because we're biologically capable of creating one.
At this time in your life, you're changing not only physically, but emotionally as well. New and surprising feelings arise in all of us as we go through adolescence.
Self-consciousness, curiosity about sexuality, excitement. Sometimes you may feel like your emotions are running wild.
Remember that there's a reason for these new emotions. They're triggered by the biological changes happening in your body. The hormones that are changing your body from child to adult also work on your emotions.
Which is why there's more to being an adult than physical development.
And it's why you have to learn new ways of behavior as you grow up. You have to learn to control your emotions and accept the responsibility for your behavior.
That's what maturity is all about. Not just physical growth, but mental and emotional growth as well. Thinking before you act. Looking at the consequences of your behavior. These are the marks of maturity.
Developing emotional maturity isn't always easy. You have to learn to live responsibly before you can love responsibly.
You have to learn to respect the feelings of others and to understand your own feelings. You have to begin to find your own place in the world. You need to find out what kind of person you want to be as you grow and mature. You will have ups and downs, but you'll learn a lot about yourself and about others.
And as you grow, you will learn about personal responsibility. And when the time comes, be ready to explore the joys of love and intimacy.
When you have questions, and you will, always seek out a trusted adult, your parent, teacher, or counselor. They want to help.
Pay attention to your body. You're growing, and you need proper nutrition and good health habits.
Eat right, drink plenty of water, get lots of exercise. Your muscles need it. And the proper amount of rest, too.
And study hard in school. Find out what things interest you the most. It will take a lot of effort to become the person you want to be.
Adolescence isn't easy, but it's something everybody experiences. Now it's your turn. You're growing up.